Alright, so let's look at an example now, and our example is to do with earlobe shape. And your earlobes are either dangly or they're attached. Mine are definitely dangly, but yours might be attached. Why don't you have a look at your earlobes? And your earlobe shape is controlled by just one gene. And this is how it works. Okay, let's look at this. We've got a new word here, genotype. Your genotype is your combination of those two alleles. So, we are going to call big D relates to having dangly earlobes and little d relates to having attached earlobes. So let's look at this. Your genotype could be big D, big D. This would mean that your phenotype, what does it look like, is that your earlobes are dangly. Or we could say, well, your genotype could be little d, attached, attached. In which case, well, your phenotype, what does that look like? Your earlobe will be attached. Lastly though, this is probably the most interesting, is what happens if you have one allele which says big D and the other allele is little d. So one, you've got big D from your dad, that says I want to make a dangly earlobe, and little d from your mum saying make attached earlobe. What do you get? You get a mixture, and what we find out in genetics is actually in this case you get a dangly earlobe. And let's look at that. Let's look at what's happening. Well, first of all, let's look at the words homozygous. Homozygous means both alleles are the same. So if you're big D, you're homozygous. Both alleles are the same. And if you're little d, both alleles are also the same, so you're also homozygous. Now let's look at when you're heterozygous. Heterozygous means your two alleles are different. Big D, dangly, little d, attached. Well, what do we get there? We get dangly earlobes. And why is that? We've got two new words as well to explain that. Those words are dominant and recessive. The big D is the dominant allele, and the little d is the recessive allele. And you only ever see the recessive phenotype when you have two copies of the recessive allele. But as long as you've got one copy of the dominant allele, then you will see that as a dominant phenotype. So those words are dominant and recessive. And now you're going to do an activity about the words dominant and recessive.